It has often been said this is the time of year when legacies are created, good and bad. So, as we settle into the conference finals, there are no shortage of stars hoping to erase that cruel label of being a guy who couldn't win the big prize, or in some cases even get close. In these playoffs now, all eyes are on the likes of Nash, Lundqvist, Stamkos, Hedman, and Kesler, amongst others. They've had different amounts of playoff exposure, but none have that first ring. And isn't that how we measure greatness? In the West, of course, it's a slightly different story. Several reputations have already been cemented in the best possible way. Taves, Kane, Keith, and 5 others remain from the Chicago team that won the first of 2 Stanley Cups in 2010. Getzlaf and Perry are the stars of that Anaheim team that won in 2007. But it begs the question, how much of a measurement of greatness should winning the Stanley Cup really be? Should it not be more about how well you perform than whether your team wins at all, though that remains the ultimate goal? Think about some stars of the past who had superb careers but didn't win. Dion, Gartner, Howardchuk, Oates, and so many others. There have been great players who were trapped on bad or underachieving teams, or teams that just couldn't find a way. Should their legacies be diminished? Amongst the current stars who have lacked playoff success are the likes of Thornton and Marlowe, Bakish and Weber, and once again Ovechkin. Of all those names, some are in the Hall of Fame, some are destined to be, but none have rings. It's funny, until Steve Yzerman finally won in Detroit, he wasn't considered one of the great leaders of our time. But did he really change that much? And how about Raymond Bourque? Would we have thought any less of him if he didn't win with Colorado? Just as we have redefined what makes for a dynasty in this age of the salary cap and parity, should we be thinking the same about what defines a great player? Meaning, do you really have to win a championship to be a part of that pantheon of greatness? We all know the Stanley Cup is the most difficult trophy in pro sports to win. Just 16 teams make the playoffs. 4 rounds, 16 wins. So, as we watch these conference finals, let's celebrate the stars who do win, because they truly are special. But perhaps we should also be more understanding of those who don't.